Hello and welcome to Discussions with the Director. My name is Shileste Overton Morris and I am the Chief Program Officer at the Central Susquehanna Intermediate Unit and also serve as the Director of the Center for Schools and Communities. These discussions serve as an opportunity for me to connect our core values with the work that happens here at CSC every day. Our core values include service to others, equity in action, passion for excellence, and innovation for growth. I am so honored today to be speaking with Matt Butensky. He is the Youth Development Project Manager who works with several initiatives focusing on marginalized populations and supporting schools and districts with serving them. And today we'll be explicitly talking about those students who are experiencing foster care.
Well, thank you, Shileste, for having me today to have this discussion, and it is really timely that it is also National Foster Care Month, so I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it. So we have been working on these efforts on behalf of the Pennsylvania Department of Education since 2016, and in Pennsylvania, historically, there are over 20,000 children who experience foster care annually. Our statewide work at the center really focuses on ensuring that students experiencing foster care have the right to school stability and also to ensure their equitable access to school. Our primary goal at the end of the day is ensuring that students experiencing foster care have positive school experiences.
Well, thank you so much for that, Matt. I know that May is, as you mentioned, National Foster Care Month. And so can you tell me just a little bit more about the campaign that the center has developed to create awareness?
We are so excited about our 2023 campaign. People may already have ideas about children experiencing foster care or even presume their ability to achieve in school. And so we want to demystify some of those negative stereotypes with our campaign by raising awareness. With our campaign this year, we're very excited about it. We want to raise awareness and also celebrate the strength and resilience of students experiencing foster care across Pennsylvania. And so our staff has created a community outreach toolkit, which you can find at pafostercare.org. And the toolkit includes things like social media graphics, social posts, key facts and statistics that educators and youth-serving professionals can grab and use and share, and also has things that they can do to take action to raise awareness throughout the month. So we're very excited about our toolkit. We also have an upcoming webinar on May 19th called Exiting Foster Care, a Successful Transition to Adulthood that we are holding with the Youth Law Center. And as you had already mentioned, we are hosting a Wear Blue Day on Friday, May 12th. And so everyone can show their support by wearing blue and posting to their social media accounts using Wear Blue for foster care. Children in foster care are placed there at no fault of their own, but they do need a network of support to heal and to help them succeed. And there is a recent book that was collaborated on between Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Bruce Perry called What Happened to You? And what this means is instead of immediately coming to the conclusion of what is wrong with you, you ask yourself, what happened? So stress affects the ability to learn. It causes dysregulation. And a student acting out in school or perhaps acting in, you have to make this shift of saying, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with that student to what happened to them? So it's really a paradigm shift in how we look at trauma and how it affects learning.
It really is a shift, and I think that it's so important to ask the question about what happened versus what's wrong. And, as we think about trauma and, the research supports that probably 80% of us have experienced some form of trauma in our lives. So, not just as it applies to students who are experiencing foster care or homelessness, but as it relates to all of us in our work and in our personal lives as well. So in thinking about that trauma, I know many other initiatives at the center really work to support students who have experienced trauma and the educators that work with those students in particularly. So can you tell us a little bit about how your work connects with some of those other initiatives here at the center?
Sure. The center hosts several statewide youth development initiatives, students experiencing homelessness, expectant and parenting teens, refugee students and their families. And so we really serve a variety of special student populations. Some of our projects also focus on school climate and school culture, which are really important to trauma-informed practices. When we have schools where every student feels a sense of belonging, community, they feel safe, they feel valued, and they have opportunities to achieve, every student achieves, but also special student populations like students experiencing foster care also achieve. And that's what we want, and that's what we want to be really truly trauma informed.
Right. You know, I was listening to a webinar yesterday, and it was an immigrant from Congo sharing his story. He's now an educator, and he was talking about when students who've experienced trauma, whether from coming from countries that are war-torn or even those experiencing foster care or homelessness, that the number one thing educators can do is to be patient and allow the student to work through that moment that they're responding to the trauma that they've experienced versus looking for punitive disciplinary actions or pulling the student out, touching them. So I just really think that this link to trauma is really key and to students' academic success. And one of the things I like to say about the center is that, you know, our focus really is on reducing those academic barriers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those things that happen in schools, those curriculum that don't necessarily support them or affirm them, and helping increase opportunities for academic success. So I'd like to thank you and your team for all the important work you do. Say thank you for making a difference in the lives of our most vulnerable populations here in Pennsylvania. I appreciate you and look forward to all the great things you'll continue to do in that work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you learn more about the Center for Schools and Communities and the important work that we do every day.